Over 90% of transmission problems come down to a single tiny part. Not the gears, not the clutch, but a hidden valve almost no driver thinks about. It's called the shift solenoid. And when it fails, your car can feel possessed, jerking, slipping, even refusing to move. Most drivers never spot the warning signs until the repair bill crosses $3,000, but mechanics know the clues. Today, you'll uncover 11 symptoms of a failing shift solenoid, subtle signals most people ignore. Stay with me, because at the end, I'll reveal the silent symptom that destroys transmissions faster than anything else. What is a shift solenoid? Before we dive into the warning signs, here's the truth about the part itself. The shift solenoid is a small, electronically controlled valve. Its only job, open and close to direct transmission fluid inside your gearbox. That fluid pressure is what makes your car change gears smoothly. In an automatic, the solenoid takes commands from the transmission control unit, which listens to your car's sensors: speed, throttle, and load. But when a solenoid sticks, leaks, or fails, the fluid can't move correctly. And when the fluid can't move, your car starts slipping, refusing to shift, or even burning itself alive. Whether automatic, CVT, or electronically aided manual, this tiny part controls everything. 1. Delayed gear shifts. You press the gas, but for a moment, nothing happens. That hesitation before the gear engages is one of the earliest red flags of a failing shift solenoid. The valve isn't delivering fluid pressure fast enough, leaving your gearbox confused about when to lock into the next gear. It's more than annoying. It places extra stress on your engine and transmission. Over time, this delay chews through clutch packs, bearings, and other moving parts, cutting years off your transmission's life. And here's the danger. Delays never stay small. Today it's half a second. Tomorrow it's a violent jerk and slam. 2. Stuck in gear. Ever press the gas and realize your car refuses to climb out of first or second gear? That's a failing solenoid trapping your transmission in survival mode. When it can't regulate fluid pressure, the gearbox locks tight. Your RPMs soar, acceleration crawls, and the engine strains to push through. Automatic drivers feel it most, but even CVTs and semi-automatics can fall victim. Left unchecked, this one-gear prison cooks your clutches, fries sensors, and leaves you with a bill big enough to rival a full rebuild. What's next? Sometimes the gears don't just stick, they turn unpredictable. 3. Erratic shifting. Shifting when you don't expect it. Jerking forward as if your car suddenly grew a mind of its own. This chaos comes from a solenoid, sending mixed signals. Instead of steady fluid flow, the valve dumps or starves fluid at random, forcing the transmission to lurch between gears. It's more than uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Picture it happening while you're merging onto the highway or overtaking a truck. Every bad shift grinds gears, weakens components, and pushes your transmission closer to failure. If your gearbox feels like a roulette wheel, the solenoid is the hidden dealer behind it. 4th, transmission warning light. Sometimes your car knows before you do. A failing shift solenoid can quietly trigger the transmission warning light on your dash. Modern cars constantly monitor fluid pressure and shifting patterns. When the computer detects irregularities, it doesn't guess, it warns. That light isn't random, it's your car screaming for attention. And more often than not, it's pointing straight at a bad solenoid. Fix it early and save thousands. Ignore it, and the damage multiplies fast. 5. Slipping gears. Few things are scarier than a car that suddenly slips out of gear. One moment you're cruising steady, then suddenly RPMs spike, power vanishes, and your car feels like it lost its footing. A failing solenoid is starving the gears of fluid, forcing them to disengage at the worst times. It's not just frustrating, it's dangerous. especially on highways where losing acceleration can put you in real jeopardy. And here's the harsh truth. Once gears start slipping, the countdown to full transmission failure has already begun. 6. Strange noises. A healthy transmission should hum in silence, not cry out for help. If you catch grinding, clunking, or whining during shifts, chances are the solenoid isn't channeling fluid the way it should. Instead of gears meshing cleanly, the teeth clash, and every clash sends shockwaves through the system. It often starts as a faint whine, easy to dismiss, but ignore it, and it escalates into violent grinding. Remember, strange sounds are your car's cry of pain, and more often than not, the failing solenoid is the one mistranslating that cry. 7. Unusual vehicle behavior. Does your car jolt or hesitate when you step on the gas? That stumble isn't random. It's the solenoid choking fluid flow, leaving the transmission unsure which gear to grab. It's like a moving walkway that suddenly stops and starts. Your body lurches forward, off balance. Your car reacts the same way. Each hesitation hammers the drivetrain, putting extra stress on gears, clutches, and bearings. Ignore it long enough, and that stumble becomes the opening act to catastrophic transmission failure. 8. Limp mode activation. When things get bad, your car sometimes saves itself. That's limp mode. A failing solenoid can trick the computer into panic, forcing the transmission into a single low gear. Power drops, speed is capped, and acceleration feels strangled. It's frustrating, almost like your car suddenly lost its muscles. But limp mode isn't a glitch. It's a survival strategy. Your car is warning you. Fix the solenoid now, or the transmission won't live to fight another day. 9. Poor fuel economy. Not every warning sign is loud. Sometimes it's a quiet bleed, your fuel tank draining faster than usual. A failing solenoid disrupts gear timing, forcing the engine to run at inefficient RPMs. The harder it works, the more fuel it burns. Your miles per gallon sink, your wallet empties. Drivers often chase solutions, tires, filters, spark plugs, but overlook the hidden culprit inside the transmission. If your fuel economy suddenly nosedives, a bad solenoid could be the thief stealing gas 1 mile at a time. 10. Burning smell. The smell of burning is never a good sign. When a solenoid fails, it chokes fluid flow, creating friction and dangerous heat inside the transmission. That overheated fluid releases a sharp, burning odor. Your first warning that the gearbox is cooking itself alive. Left unchecked, the heat bakes seals, hardens gaskets, and warps components until the transmission collapses. If you catch a burning smell near the transmission, stop driving. Check the solenoid before the damage becomes permanent. 11. The silent killer symptom. This is the one mechanics fear most. The silent killer. No jerks, no smells, no warning lights. But behind the scenes, fluid pressure is erratic. The solenoid lags, failing to respond fast enough. Quietly, it shaves life off your transmission, until one day, it collapses without warning. The only defense? Regular checkups. A skilled mechanic with a scan tool can catch it early, long before the gearbox becomes a ticking time bomb. So what have we learned? From delayed shifts and sudden jerks to burning smells and limp mode, a single shift solenoid can bring an entire transmission to its knees. It's almost unbelievable. A part smaller than your fist, holding the fate of a machine worth thousands. This tiny valve decides whether your car glides smoothly down the highway or dies stranded on the shoulder. Here's the emotional truth. Catch the symptoms early, and you save thousands. Ignore them, and you invite regret, repairs, and roadside breakdowns. The moral is simple. Listen to your car, respect the warnings, and never underestimate the power of a tiny solenoid. Now you know the 11 symptoms of a bad transmission shift solenoid. Clues that most drivers miss, but mechanics watch for closely. They're not just warnings, they're opportunities to stop a disaster before it destroys your car. If this guide opened your eyes, hit subscribe so you never miss another secret that could save your ride or your wallet. And tell me, which symptom have you experienced and how did you fix it? Drop your answer in the comments. Your story could save another driver thousands. Thanks for watching and drive safe.